Congratulations. You registered your Westlaw password. What next? Well, I wanted to take you on a quick trip through the lawschool.thomsonreuters.com portal. This is a homepage built for law students, and you should really bookmark it because there are a lot of really cool things that are going to help you through law school. First and foremost, on-demand learning. Now, we offer a number of different certifications that you can take and add to your resume and or LinkedIn profile, but on-demand learning serves a secondary purpose. At some point this year, you will be trained on how to use Westlaw. And if you wanted to dig a little bit deeper or refresh on any of the concepts that you are being taught, you can come to on-demand learning and pick and choose different modules or lessons to refresh your recollection with. For example, citators. Citators are going to be a very important part of the practice of law. They allow you to make sure that the case that you are using or the statute or regulation is still good law. We offer 3 different citator on-demand lessons, a basic, intermediate, and advanced, none of which are longer than 7 minutes. And that's the beauty of all of these on-demand lessons. None of the lessons themselves, the individual lessons, are longer than 7 or 8 minutes. You can take them in bite-sized chunks. Second item I wanted to point out that's going to be very helpful appears under student resources, events and webinars. We offer a number of different in-person events as well as national webinars. In fact, if you clicked on the webinar schedule, you'll see the upcoming webinars that we have in September and October. The one that I think is going to be very helpful as you're going through your first semester of law school is the mindfulness webinar taught by an expert from Headspace. We've partnered with a number of different companies to offer these various webinars. In addition, our academic account managers do teach webinars as well that are going to be very helpful for you as you begin to write both your closed and your open memos. Again, webinars appears under the student resources pull down. Another item under the student resources pull down is the Law School Survival Guide. Gives you some great tips on how to thrive throughout your first year of law school, how to outline, prepare for exams, etc. I wanted to highlight the free resources because if you go to the free resources section, you'll have a bunch of outline shells and other doctrinal resources you have access to for free. Real nice page for you to use to build your Civ Pro, criminal law, torts outlines, and other things. Final couple of tips. You have free access to Black's Law Dictionary, another reason to bookmark this page. Most of the time you're coming to this portal, you're coming here to get to Westlaw itself. And if you wanted to access Westlaw, obviously just click that orange button. But I also wanted to highlight your school subscribes to other Thomson Reuters products aside from Westlaw. And that drop down at the very top is going to give you the ability to access all those other products. Don't have time to talk about them today. You'll learn about these throughout the year. But again, that drop down will contain everything that you have access to as a law student at your school. The final 2 tips in today's session will require me to take you directly to Westlaw Precision. All right, 2 final tips I wanted to talk about were Black's Law Dictionary and the quickest and easiest way to understand cases that you've been assigned to read for your doctrinal classes. First, Black's Law Dictionary. Now, when you connect to Westlaw, you have access to 30,000 databases. Kind of hard to know where to find individual resources. So here's a shortcut. If you simply type the name of the database, newspaper, jurisdiction, where you want to retrieve information from, start typing what you're looking for, and if it is on Westlaw, you'll see it listed under content pages, and indeed you'll see Black's Law Dictionary is available to you as a law student. Now, quick shortcut for getting to Black's Law Dictionary. Best tip I could give you today. Very top of the screen, you'll see the URL. Click and drag on the lock, drag it to your bookmarks bar. Now, anytime you need to get to Black's Law Dictionary, doesn't matter if you are on Westlaw or not, as long as you have your password saved, one click, it'll always take you back here. Now, anytime you're trying to define a term, type the term in the box that says dictionary term. If it's a single word, just type the word. If it is a phrase, however, forum nonconvenience, for example, put it in quotes. By typing it in quotes, it'll search that as a phrase. Now, when you run the search, Westlaw will return the definition from the current version of Black's Law Dictionary for forum nonconvenience. This is something you're going to encounter in Civ Pro. It's a term that you will see in your civil procedure course. At this point, final tip. How do you quickly understand the main points of cases that you've been assigned to read? Well, I'm going to just click on the Westlaw Precision logo to the upper left. It's going to take us back to the home page. Two ways of finding cases on Westlaw. You could find cases by citation. 326 US 310, for example, would take me to a famous case you're going to become intimately familiar with in civil procedure, International Shoe v. Washington. That's one way of getting to cases. Second way, just start typing the name of the case you want to find. Same case, International Shoe. Start typing, and with the predictive type ahead feature, Westlaw is going to allow you to just click and return or retrieve that case. Now, I know that at times when you're reading cases in your casebook, it's hard to understand what the points of law were within the case, because sometimes judges don't do a very good job of explaining themselves. So here's the shortcut. We have hundreds of attorney editors who read cases and provide a summary of the case called a synopsis and a summary of every single legal point of law in the case called head notes. Think of the synopsis and head notes as a Cliff Notes version of a case. You want to quickly understand what the case was about, read the synopsis, skim the head notes. This case has 16 head notes, 16 different issues of law. The first two dealt with the main topic, commerce. Here's a summary of those issues. The majority of the head notes in this case dealt with con law issues. And this is why this case is going to be important to you in your Civ Pro course. You're going to be able to just really understand the essential elements of a case by reading the head notes. And that's the best tip I could give you about understanding cases today. If you have any other questions, feel free to reach out. Hopefully I see you in school at some point. Good luck and take care.